And
I'm
we
gonna
are
see if I
live.
can. So are we on? 1 second. There we go. And I can see comments.
Yay! All right. Well, hopefully we'll have a turnout for this evening. We had a lot of people that joined us last week for the shoes.
Yep.
So let's see what that etching do. Okay. So I'm debating on whether I'm just going to use these little stencils to put a word on my mirror or if I'm going to actually just cut something really, really quickly. I see someone has joined. Let me go ahead and send a message in the group reminding everyone as well. Thank you. If you are joining us, I'm Genoa with a Crafty Mess, owner of Briquet Amore, and I have Tara Lee Gooding with me, owner of Precious Delights Canada.
Hello,
And we
hello.
do this every Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, where we do a craft and combo live.
Yep.
And our combos can be related to our craft or not. Want to thank everybody for joining us. Leave a comment down below and make sure you guys are liking the video or disliking the video, just engaging so that we can get into the algorithm and get on people's feeds. So thank you for being here. Go ahead and hit that like button for
Hi,
me.
Hazel
And
Eyes.
hello, Hazel. Hi. So we're just going to send a quick reminder in the group. Hello, everybody. We are live now on the YouTubes.
All right. I just did
Okay,
a quick
so
one over.
tonight we're going to be working on some etching.
Yep.
I've made this disclaimer every Friday night for the last month, but tonight we really mean it. So we're not going to be on super long being really chatty. We're going to get to the etching and then hop off. And you guys can always catch the playback. We would definitely appreciate it if you did. But Tara is super busy. She has craft fairs that are going on almost every weekend. So we want to get this girl in bed so she can get some rest before her event tomorrow. And then also keeping in mind, she's 3 hours ahead of me. So
Hey.
it's 7 here, but it's already 10 p.m. where she is. So we're going to try and keep it to a minimum. And then I have to pick up my daughter from work across town as well. So we're not going to, hopefully, we'll be able to be quick with this.
Short and
So
sweet.
tonight we're doing etching.
Mm-hmm. So I'm etching on a mirror, and you're etching on a mirror as well, or on glass?
On a mirror.
Okay.
But I have some glasses as well, but I'm going to be etching on a mirror. And as always, disclaimer we make every week, we have products that we have purchased and or use on a regular basis. However, you don't have to go out and buy a whole bunch of expensive things. The most important thing is you will need some type of etching cream. And from what I understand, Dollar Tree here in the US now offers etching cream. If you don't have it in your store or a store that you can easily get to, you can't order online. But just keep in mind when you order online, they require you to purchase in bulk. So you won't be able to get 1 jar of etching cream. You get like 24 jars of etching cream. So if you don't want that much, then see if maybe someone in your area can find some and send it to you. I'm going to be using Armor Etch. And you have the Martha Stewart's, right?
No, I couldn't find it. I couldn't find the stencil either. So I just bought it. I got one bottle off of Amazon,
Okay.
and it was
I've
40
had
Can.
this bottle forever.
Yeah, they say it's going to last a while because you can scoop it back into the bottle whatever you're not using. So I paid 40 Canadian, shipping included, because it's Amazon Prime, which should be about 29 or $32 American.
I can't really remember exactly how much I paid for mine. And let me stop for 1 second because my brain is everywhere. I never hit send on the message. I'm just talking and I never hit send. So let me see if I can find out how much it would cost here in the US. So Armor Etch, around the same price. I guess it depends on how many ounces. So this bottle that I have is 10 ounces. I bought this probably about 6 years ago, no lie, or more, maybe even longer than that. I have had it for several years. I keep it in my closet, so it's in a dry and dark place. I don't know if that helps or not. But like Tara said, when you use it, you can take any excess that you have and then put it back into your bottle. So nothing goes to waste.
Sorry, what
So
was the price on Amazon?
I'm looking up on Amazon for the 10 ounce, which is the size that I have here. And like I said, I've had this for several years. It was $22.95.
For 10 ounces, I paid $40 for 2.8 ounces.
Oh man. Okay, so the 2.8 ounces for us is $11.45.
I'm not talking to you. It's cheaper for me just to send you the money and have you ship it to me.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. Okay, so let me see.
That's crazy.
I am going to. Okay, so for 10 ounces. So I added my affiliate link down in the comments. So if you guys are interested in getting the 10 ounce for the $22.95, you can go ahead and scoop that up using that link. It's not going to cost you anything extra, but when you purchase using the affiliate links, it does help out the channel. So I would definitely appreciate it using the link if you're going to purchase the product. I'm going to also go ahead and link the 2.8 ounce bottle down below as well as soon as it comes up. All right, and then the 2.8 ounces, there's the link for that one.
Excellent.
All right, so guys, if you're going to purchase the etching cream, please use the affiliate link. I would greatly appreciate it.
I'm going to turn my camera around.
You need 3 items. You're going to need one, some form of etching cream. So either Armor Etch, Martha Stewart makes one, and like I said, Dollar Tree makes one. There's several others as well. This Armor Etch is actually one of the more popular. You're also going to need something to apply the cream to, so glass and or mirror, because the mirror is really glass, just mirrored glass. And then you are also going to need some type of stencil so that you can transfer the image to the glass. And so you can either make your stencil or you can purchase stencil. So I'm just going to show you a couple of different options here that you can easily just pick up from your local Dollar Tree. These are stencils. They're made from vinyl and they are sticky on one side. They are reusable, so you can just wash them. Hello. Wash them and use them again. So I have one that has some letters, some little like decorative images, and then this one is feathers. You can also purchase stencils from Hobby Lobby, Joann, and or Michaels and online. So these are some that I picked up from clearance section at one of those craft stores. And I don't remember how much I paid, but if you guys have watched the channel before, then you know I don't pay full price. So whatever it was, it definitely was on sale. Okay, so these stencils are made by the Plaid company, which is the company that makes Mod Podge. So you can find these usually in the paint section. Yeah, in the art section. The other option is you can make your own stencils, and you can do that out of vinyl. So if you have any kind of scrap vinyl, you can use that to make your stencil, and you would just use your Cricut or your Silhouette. And they actually do sell stencil material. Cricut does. So this is Cricut stencil material. It has this like baby blue color, but it is see-through. So this makes it to where you can actually see through, whereas if you use a vinyl, you're not going to be able to see through. So it's just different strokes for different folks. When I was doing a lot of etching, I was always using the stencil vinyl, but I personally have found that the removable vinyl or permanent vinyl, if that's all you have, works a little bit better. Have you ever used the stencil vinyl before, Tara?
No, and I was trying to find it because it is with my Martha Stewart etching cream because I bought them together. But I'm using transfer tape. I've never done this before, ever, even with the stencil. So this is my first time etching.
Oh, so you have never etched at all?
No, I bought it because I was watching another live previously.
Mm-hmm.
And then I put it away, meaning to do it, and then I couldn't find it. And then we said we're going to do it today, and I was looking for everything, and I couldn't find it. So I had to order the etching cream, which actually came yesterday. But I can't find the stencil vinyl. And I thought I knew where I put it, but I guess when I cleaned up, I put it someplace safe, and I can't remember exactly where I put it. So.
Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show how you can make your own stencil then. So she followed these same steps, I would assume, but just used transfer tape as opposed to stencil vinyl. So let me go ahead and share my screen.
It says to put a lot on. So I might be overdoing it, but.
Okay, so right now, this is my screen. What I did is I just went into Cricut and I typed in the word melanin. And I am going to use this saying right here that says melanin goddess. So I'm going to click on that and add to my canvas. And I'm looking off to the side because I have two computer screens and I've moved my screen over to the side so that I can see it better. All right, so here is my image and I'm just going to size it down. I don't know, let's make it. Okay, so I've made it 3 inches. What I'm going to do is I went and purchased these from the Dollar Tree. I don't know if you can see them because you turned your camera around, but they're just the little handheld mirrors.
Yeah, I can see your screen just fine because I'm on my laptop.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't have
All
those
right.
mirrors anymore. I was looking for that and I couldn't find them.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is just get my measuring tape because I'm going to measure and see what would be a good size. Okay, so I think I'm going to do it like at 2.75. Okay, and you don't need to mirror it or anything like that. So I'm going to send it over.
The only time you have to mirror it, I was told, is if you're putting it underneath a casserole dish or plate because you can't really etch where you're going to have the contact with food, right?
That's correct.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
So for this one, I'm wondering if I should try using the stencil or the vinyl, sis. What do you think?
I would do the vinyl.
The vinyl? Okay.
Yeah.
Because most people out there, if this is not something you're doing,
it also depends on how thin your letters and stuff are, because I heard that the vinyl, the stencil sheets are kind of thick. So if you're doing something flat, it's good. But if you're going to do something round, they say it's kind of hard to use the stencil.
I've also found that the stencil is not as sticky as the vinyl for me. Okay. So what ends up happening is sometimes the little pieces inside the letters can kind of shift and move around.
Yes.
Yeah, so exactly, that's exactly why. So Hazel Eye says that when she would use the stencil vinyl that she got from Michael's, like the pieces and the letters and the A's, she would lose those. So I
Oh,
was
I
having
took mine out.
the same issue.
I just took mine out because there's supposed to be a dot in the A and a dot in the R. Forget it. It's my
So
first
I
attempt.
just cut my vinyl down the size, just a little piece here. And I know that usually I do my overhead camera, but you guys should be able to see what's going on based off of Tara's screen and then what I'm doing. So I'm just going to go ahead and load this. And I'm just using regular vinyl, so that's the setting that I'm going to use.
So it says to leave it on for 1 to 3 minutes. So it's 10:16. I'm just gonna
And
go
I
rinse.
usually, to be honest with you, leave mine on a lot longer than that. I just kind of let it sit and do its thing. It's like the longer it sits, the more pronounced sometimes the design is. Now, I want to show you guys one other thing because there's another option for etching. When I first started etching, I didn't use the cream, sis. You know what I used?
What?
A Dremel.
But on mirror or on glass?
On glass.
Either way, the sound would drive me crazy.
Yeah, I used the Dremel on the glass, and then I also purchased this little thing online somewhere. I don't remember where I got it from. Can you see this?
What is it?
It's a handheld electric engraver.
Yes, okay. I've got that at the dollar store. Yeah, because you can do that on metal. It's good for I guess glass. But I would suggest that you wear a mask when you're using a Dremel or anything on glass or mirror because those little particles, you may not see them, but you'll inhale them, and it's definitely not
Okay.
good for your lungs.
So this, you can hear it. It just has a little button on the side that you can
Yeah.
push. Hi, Trees.
Um, Trees, I'm etching on a mirror. It's gonna say you are enough. It's my first time etching, so I'm letting it sit. It says you are enough.
I'm going to be doing the same thing as well, etching on a mirror. So what I've done is I just cut my stencil and now I'm gonna go and weed it. Now, when you're doing these, you have to weed out the negative space, okay?
Yes.
So typically when you're applying vinyl to something, you take out the outer portions so that just the letters or words or image is what's left. But when you're doing etching, it's the opposite. You weed out all the negative space. So it's a little bit more difficult to see with vinyl because it's not transparent, but I'm going to make it work. And I may lose those little pieces in the words. I'm not too much worried about it though. Like the pieces in the A's and all of that.
Yeah, I just left the middle of the R and the A out. And the O. Couldn't care. Couldn't care less.
So I made the wonderful, smart choice of picking an image that has a whole bunch of little tiny.
Of course you would.
Of
It wouldn't
course, because why wouldn't I?
it wouldn't be you if you didn't do that.
No, if I made it easy on myself, right?
Right.
That's okay. That's okay. That is okay. So the first time I ever etched was I was making a glass for my husband, and his name is Benjamin. And I guess I can take this down. Sorry, let me go ahead and take this down. And he loves to barbecue, so the glass says Barbecue Ben. It has a little picture of a barbecue pit that I etched out with my Dremel. But he still has it.
That's cute.
He
So you
doesn't
say
use it as much, but
you said leave it on for how long?
I mean, I don't sit there and time it. Like I make sure that it stays at least the 3 minutes, but sometimes I'll leave it on for longer than that. It's not gonna hurt it, I don't think, to have it on longer, but the longer it sits, the better.
Okay, because I'm on.
Out.
I'm about 5 minutes in now.
Okay, well you can go ahead and just wash it off.
No, I'll give it a bit more time.
So then typically what I would do is I would take my whatever I'm etching and then take it over to the bathroom sink and just run some water over it. And then I kind of take my hand and just kind of like rub the cream off. And then you may not see it right away, but then once it dries, then that's when the image kind of will pop out at you.
And do you use lukewarm or warm water? Like what temperature?
I usually use like a little warm water. And Danae is here. Hey, Danae. Danae says she leaves her on for like 10 minutes. I'm like, same, Danae. Okay, so I weeded my stencil. So you can see that I left all the outer pieces there and all I did was take out the negative space. So now I need to get my transfer tape. And I apologize, y'all. I went commando today. I said, they're going to see these things hanging today. It's 91 degrees where I am. It's hot. It is so hot.
It's 56 degrees here.
It's what?
56.
50, whatever. I was sweating in places that it should be illegal to sweat. Usually when it gets that hot out here, then yeah, I'm just somewhere laid out. It's not hot enough yet for me to go get in the pool, because with my sciatica, even when it's really hot outside, because my backyard is not south facing, it doesn't get full sun long enough for it to really heat the water up. So it'll be hot outside, but then in the water it's freezing, and it'll just freeze my back up. But I'm having a hard time getting this transfer tape to lift up. I will walk around with my bathing suit on and pretend like I'm gonna get in the water at some point. They've caught on to my shenanigans though. Because when they see me come outside with my bathing suit, everybody's like, oh, you know, why you out here? You're not getting in. I know. I just want to come sit around and look fly while y'all do what you do.
Well, it's still kind of chilly here, but I'm not going to complain because I see all y'all suffering down there. So as long as there's no snow, I'm fine.
Okay, so I have a little bottle of alcohol. I'm just going to clean the mirror off. Because I want to make sure my vinyl sticks really good. So So if you're just joining, thank you so much for joining us. This is our Friday night live craft and convo. We do this every Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time here on my YouTube channel. While you are here, make sure you hit the like button or the dislike button. Either way, we just want to get some interaction on the channel so that we can get in that algorithm. Like, that would be awesome. Subscribe to the channel. I'm on my way to 11,000. I'm trying to get there. And go and subscribe to Tara's channel. Tara, put in the comments when you can so that we can get her to 1,000. We're trying to get her to 1,000. Okay, so what I did is I just put my vinyl onto a piece of transfer tape. And then I am going to place the vinyl and the transfer tape onto the mirror. And then I'm just using my finger and the heat from the friction to get it to stick. I couldn't find my regular contact paper that I normally use. So I have strong grit transfer tape. So wish me luck that it will behave.
I couldn't find my regular contact tape either, so I was using contact tape they use for cars. So I really hope it comes off this mirror.
Oh, God.
I found everything when I didn't need it. Now that I need it, I can't find it.
Yeah. So this is always my least favorite part, especially with this strong grip. So what I should have done, guys, is taken the transfer tape and then kind of like put it up against my clothes so I could get some of the sticky off of it. But if I had done that, then I wouldn't be a crafty mess, right?
Tatrice says, we're here talking about 11,000 and 1,000. She's just trying to get to 5.
Trying to get to 5 what? 5 people?
I believe so. So let me see if I can.
Put it down in the comments, Tracy.
Yeah, so we can all follow each other. Thank
Exactly.
you.
So I believe I'm already following your channel. She is Kingdom's Vessel LLC, and I think it's the same on YouTube. If it is not, then let me know so I can make that correction.
Yeah, everybody put your handles in the comments so that we can follow each other.
Yeah, we can all follow each other because we all trying to hustle and get there. And if you've joined us before, then you have heard us both say, if you have a craft that you'd like to show off, come hop on one of our lives.
Yeah, last week, who did we have last week?
Yeah, last week we had Rika Hamilton from Legacy Unleashed, and she did a demonstration on how to customize sneakers, canvas and leather. So we had a fun time last week.
Yeah, and I played around and I was doing my Crocs. I don't know if you guys can see my Crocs.
Yeah, Tara, show them your Crocs. Hers came out great. Okay, so I'm just gonna grab a foam brush. I find that these foam brushes work the best when applying the etching cream. Look how cute those are.
I did like a comic book kind of theme, but I try to use like just markers and acrylic paint. So I will buy another set of dollar store Crocs and do it properly because I love them and my son loves them. So I'll make him a pair.
Okay, my sister has joined the chat as well. Say hello to my sis, everybody. That's my biological sis, same mama and daddy, Mixology. Go follow her channel as well. We're trying to get her to 1,000. Okay, so of course my bottle doesn't want to open.
What, for your armor etch?
Yes.
But you were just shaking it before.
Yeah, but I told you I've had it for so long. I haven't opened this bottle and I don't know how long. It might be glued shut at this point.
You might have to go run under hot water.
Well, let me show you. Even if it doesn't, this is cute, y'all. Look.
So I'm going to scrape off my excess now.
You guys think that would be cute just by itself, right?
Oh, that's beautiful.
If I can get this top off.
Let me just put my gloves on.
Oh, yay!
You got it off?
I just had to say a little prayer real quick.
Pray to the crafting gods.
Exactly. Okay, so. Ooh, that smells real funky.
Mine doesn't smell at all. If I do smell anything, it smells like Mod Podge.
Yeah, it's not stinky, but it's like when I first opened it, it was giving a little fart. A little fart. Just a little bit.
Just a little queef.
Just a little. Ooh. So I just put a little bit in my top, and I'm just gonna pounce my brush in there.
Yeah,
sorry, I know I usually do the overhead, but
I went hog wild.
So when I do it, and I'll just show you here, I just take it and pounce it. Don't rub.
No.
Don't rub. If you rub, your chances of getting etching cream underneath the vinyl in the areas that you don't want it to be in is greater. So I just lightly tap it into the cream that I have put into the top, and then I just pounce it with the foam brush over those negative areas. And my little thing here is I can see already I got it in an area where I don't want it. Now, if I had been following my right mind, I would have made the solid space, like what we call the stroke around the words, a lot bigger so that I had more room, wiggle room, without worrying about where the cream was getting.
Yeah, but what works what works well with that too is that if you want afterwards, wherever there's any bobos, you can put some rhinestones, some flat back pearls.
Right.
You can hide all the bobos.
Yeah, so I'm trying to be a little bit more careful since that space around the words is not big, that I try and stay in those areas that I want to be in.
I don't know. It looks like it worked.
But I don't worry about it too much because they're all going to be different. They're never going to all look the same. Yeah, I can see a few spots where I've gotten cream that I don't want cream to be. So that's my first little coat of cream. Again, just gently pouncing.
I don't know. I don't want to wash it off yet. I see it did work, but I don't know. I don't know.
So that's pretty much what ends up happening to me. Like the first, couple of times I did exactly for the time that it said. And then I was like, I don't know, I think it could have went a little bit longer. And then I found myself just, saying to heck with it and just walking away. Forgetting about it and coming back.
Here it worked. Here it worked. There's a part of the E that I don't feel it worked. Because I scraped some of it off.
She said, hurry up and wash it off. She wants to see.
It's my first one, Trees. Like, please, just give me a few
She's
seconds.
never done etching before, Tree, so she wants it to be as close to perfection as possible.
Because this is
Me,
for
on the
me.
other hand, y'all know how I do. I'm so impatient. I'll rip it off, and it is what it is. If I'm not, I'm making it for myself, and I'm not trying to sell it to anybody, then I get super impatient.
Because, like, when I brush parts of it off, it don't look like it did nothing.
Well, remember too, like when it's wet, it's gonna look different. When it's dry, that's when it really sticks out.
I'll take your word for it. All right, I'm gonna go run to the bathroom because it's right next door. And you said it doesn't
Cool.
matter. It doesn't matter if it's like lukewarm or warm or whatever, right?
No, I don't think so.
All right, I shall be back. Pray for me, y'all. Pray for me.
It'll be great because it's always great. It's her first time, y'all. She's scared.
I'm scared.
Don't be scared.
I'm trying to get this thing just to stop rolling.
Okay, so guys, next time I definitely would make the stroke bigger because my hand is not that steady and I can see where I'm getting cream in areas that I don't necessarily want cream, but I'm not too worried about it. This will be for myself. And like I said, if I get anybody that wants to order one, I will definitely take my time and do it the right way. So this is what it's looking like. It's just the cream. And again, you want to dap it on top. Don't rub it in. Real easy to lose those little tiny pieces. So just dap it on top. I have 2 of those mirrors. So I have another one here. And this time, instead of me making a stencil, I think I'm going to use one of the stencils that I already have. So I got this from Dollar Tree. It's the Crafter Square stencils. They have them in the craft section. I like these stencils because they are very sticky and they are reusable. So after you use the stencil, just put it in some warm soapy water and then you can use it again. So I like the feathers. So I think I'm gonna use that. I'm just gonna clean my mirror off with some rubbing alcohol. Go to your Dollar Tree, get a spray bottle, put rubbing alcohol in there, keep it in your craft room. Trust me. Trust me, you want that. It also works really great for taking bubbles out of your epoxy. So I'm going to use one of the smaller stencils. So I'm just going to peel it and then place it on the mirror. Okay. Now I'm noticing that the stencil material is a lot more like flimsy than the vinyl. So just be careful because it is more delicate. And it'll fold on itself easy. So okay, so I'm just trying to figure out where's the best place to.
I don't think it did it.
Oh, why?
Well, I think I missed part of one of the O's. Can I just put it back on it?
Yeah.
Like the O at the bottom doesn't seem like it got anything. But then again, we'll wait and see. I'm not taking out the stencil yet.
Well, the other thing that I noticed when you use like actual stencil materials is that it is more susceptible for you getting air bubbles underneath than like regular vinyl. So that's also something to keep in mind when you guys are working with the stencil vinyl. Okay, so I think I have it placed on there and I have majority of the air bubbles out. So that's what it's looking like right now. So let's see what this one will come out like.
Like, I don't know if it's right because I can't see the O here. So should I put some more cream there?
Yeah, you can go back over it and let it sit.
Really? Okay. Because I don't know. What do y'all think?
Well, you didn't take it off yet.
Uh-uh. Nope.
So with this one with the feather, I can see already where there's like some areas where there's like a bubble in the stencil and it kind of like is going to go underneath. So I'm just prepared for that.
Like, I see all the other letters, like the U, R. Yeah, it's just that one little O. Oh, and the G.
Okay, I'm just going to take whatever I didn't use and I'm going to scoop it back into the bottle.
Oh, I think I'm liking this craft.
Guys, we're using mirror, but you don't have to use mirror. You can use glass.
Glass.
And one of the more popular, let me see if I have one.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do that little O at the bottom.
So I always have a whole bunch of blanks on hand, but if you were going to use it, like say on a plate or on a baking dish or something like that, you wouldn't put the etching cream on top because you don't want people to eat off of that. You would put the etching cream and the stencil on the bottom of the plate or on the bottom of the baking dish. That would be the only time that you would need to mirror your stencil. I I see it. You washed it off already, right?
Yeah, but there's some parts that are not like etched. Like here, the bottom of the G.
Ah. Hmm. So these crafts are great for like Mother's Day, guys, especially like the baking dishes, because if your mom likes to cook or bake and she goes to like potlucks or what have you, nobody can steal her baking dish if it has her name on it or her initials or whatever. So those are actually pretty popular for Mother's Day and such. And then I would say equally so for Father's
Ignore
Day,
my
maybe
little dog.
barbecue something or other.
You know what? I'm just gonna leave it before I mess it up.
So I don't know. How long do you think I've had mine on for?
I don't know.
I probably should have paid attention to what time it was when I stopped, huh?
Okay.
Okay, so again, once I decide to wash my etching cream off, these stencils are washable and reusable. I can wash that and put that right back in the package. But the other one that I made out of the vinyl, that one, excuse me, once I peel it off, it's gonna have to go into the garbage. I wonder if mine has been sitting on there long enough. So once I've finished with the etching on the mirror, how cute would it be to put something on this side. Either bling this out with some glitter or some rhinestones, or just put the same saying on the back side, which is Melanin Goddess. So I'm gonna go rinse mine off real quick.
So I'm taking mine off too. What I'll probably do is get a glass marker and trace out the words. But I'm kind of happy from my first time. Let me just sticking everywhere. So take off my gloves. Ouch. Take off the tape. So for my first time, I'm fairly happy. It is a personal project.
Yeah, so right now I can't see anything at all.
On yours?
Yeah, it's still wet though. So I'm gonna dry it off and then peel the vinyl off. But to be honest with you, I like the way it looks with the vinyl. I think that is so cute.
We
And if
can't see
I
it.
did that same design on the back of the mirror, I think that would be dope. I think that would be awesome. So it's gonna take me a little bit to get the vinyl off because I chose to use permanent vinyl.
I was gonna do that, but I didn't feel like fighting with nothing tonight. So can you guys see it?
Yep. I can. First time, yay!
I like her.
Yay!
I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Yo, get off of there. So
If this is your first time joining the channel, what you guys waiting for? Go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, make sure your notification bell is on. Go ahead and check out the comments if you're just joining us, and follow all these lovely ladies that are in the comments as well. We're all trying to build up, create a little crafting community. We do this every Friday night, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm Genoa with a Crafty Mess, owner of Brique Amore, and we have Tara Lee Gooding, who is owner of Precious Delights Canada. We are both admins and moderators for Black Girls Crafting Network on Facebook. So if you would like to join our group, go ahead and search us on Facebook. Make sure you answer the questions or the mods that we have in the chat. Janae and Shatrice will tell you no. You can't come.
they don't play. They don't play.
Yeah, I'm usually a little bit more lenient, but my girls be on it. So yeah, make sure you fill out the questions. If 7 p.m. is too late for you guys, you can't join the lives because of time constraints, let us know. We can always make it sooner. And then if you have a craft, and it doesn't have to be what we do, because we like to learn new things too. So it could be anything crafty, hair, cooking, baking. I mean, there's so many different things out there. If you leave it up to Tara and I, we are going to mainly be doing paper crafts every single week. So that could be redundant for people who are not into that. So if you have a craft that you want to show, let me know. And or if you have a craft that you want us to show. So maybe you're not crafty, but you want to learn how to do something and you want us to demonstrate how to do it. We are taking those suggestions and open to that as well.
Yes,
So
we
I'm
are.
going to get a little alcohol again and clean the mirror off. Get any fingerprints that I've just put on there. Trying to remove them. I can see the imperfections in the areas that I've gotten etching cream where I didn't want it to go. That's mainly because I think like I said, the outer portion of my stencil, I should have made bigger than what I did. But overall, for a tester and for showing on the channel, I think it turned out wonderfully. And to the regular schmegular eye, they will probably not see anything of what I'm talking about. So here is my etched mirror.
Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to figure out how to get my camera back on. All right, there he is. Is that better?
We see your beautiful face.
There we go.
What do you guys think?
I'm so happy. Ooh, I just sat on something wet. That didn't feel good.
Yay! I love it, Tara, and I love that font. So I think Hazel Eyes was asking what font you had used earlier.
I think it's like a comic something or other. I don't even know. I have to double check. It's like one of my 5,000,000,001 files I have.
I really, really like the way that the mirror turned out. I think what I'm gonna do.
So I see where there's a couple of spots that I missed, which is perfectly fine, as it says my first one.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta charge my phone.
I'm just gonna measure the back of the mirror. Okay, so if you're a paper crafter and or if you use vinyl, they show you a neat way to keep your scraps. So this is just a scrapbook. You can get them at any craft store or online. And what I do is instead of putting pictures in the scrapbook, I use the pages, the little plastic envelopes. Okay. Uh-oh. What happened? We lost Tara. Maybe she'll be coming back. So this is a scrapbook, 12 by 12 scrapbook. And so what I do.
Sorry about that. My phone is dying.
Is I just use oh, no problem. You get your charger?
But it's not taking the charge. It's telling me there's moisture or something in the port.
I use envelopes to put my my vinyl in, because usually if you get the sheets of vinyl, they're already in 12 by 12. So this is how I organize all my scraps, and that way I don't have to get rid of it.
Smart.
Vinyl is expensive, so I think with mine, what I'm gonna do, Tara, is add that same sentiment to the back of the mirror.
Is it it's a two-sided mirror?
Finish it off on the back side of the mirror.
Mm-hmm.
So on this side.
So where I have the little bobos, I'm going to, like, for example, I don't know if you can see, but like There's some parts missing, so I'm going to put some rhinestones or flat-ended pearls. And because it wasn't a stent, it was the transfer. Some of the lines you can see it did go under. But I think I have glass markers. I think I'm going to outline it in gold or silver and put a little bling on it. But I like it.
Yeah,
I
and
got
that's
3
what I
other
was
mirrors.
thinking on the back of this mirror would be cute to do too. Add some bling or something to it.
Yeah, I got 3 extra mirrors. So
add yeah, so I think what I'm gonna do on this one is add like bling around that part right there. And then I'm going to put the same saying on the back of the mirror.
and you could do it bigger in the back.
Right.
Cool.
Still gonna need to weed out the negative space for it though. I'm just gonna add the saying to the back of the mirror and then that'll be that. And then the only thing left for me to do, I do need to rinse this one off, is to decide on who gets the mirror. So most of the time, my oldest gets everything that I make that I don't use. But can I show off my containers to them?
Go for it.
Okay, hold on. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go
Yes.
rinse this one off.
I'm just going to try to figure out how to charge this phone.
Oh, is it gonna drop?
I don't know. I'm at 9%, so I'm going to see. I'm not fully understanding what's wrong with the charger.
Okay, one sec. I know you guys could hear everything in the background because I realized I didn't press mute. You couldn't see me, you just hear all the sounds in the back.
No, we didn't hear anything really.
Oh, okay. Okay, so same thing with the other one. Due to the type of design that this is, I still need to weed out all the negative space. That's just because of the design, but it shouldn't be as difficult as it was last time because it's a little bit bigger this time. I'm hoping, fingers crossed. This image that I used is out of Cricut Design Space. So if you guys happen to have the monthly access membership, then you don't pay anything extra for this design. I know a lot of people complain about paying the access membership. I've been paying for it pretty much since I got my machine, so it's not an issue for me. It's a business write-off, guys. You have to invest in your business. There will still be things that'll come up in Design Space that they'll want me to pay for.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll just jump over on Creative Fabrica because I have a monthly membership with them too. So
yeah, there's certain things I will pay for. I will not pay for Cricut Design Space because I can't keep my creations. They have to stay in Cricut Design Space. So if I don't have access to them, I'm not paying for them.
well,
That
you
should
and I
be.
know how to go around that, so that's not an issue for me either. I can see definitely where it'd be a problem for people who are not
Savvy.
savvy. Yeah, we'll just put savvy. But
Savvy.
I know that you know, and I know, and I know, and we know how to get our shit out of there.
Yeah.
Into whatever platform we needed to be in, whatever format we needed to be in. So,
Yep.
all right. So, got my design on my transfer table. I'm gonna flip my mirror over.
I'm going to go to the other side of the room. Just give me a second.
Okay. So while she's going to the other side of the room, I want to show you guys something else. So while I was preparing for the live tonight, I was supposed to be cutting stencils for my mirror, but instead I ended up doing something completely different. So I went to the local Dollar Tree that we have here, and I purchased 4 of these little cute plastic bathroom containers with lids. Okay. So you can see I have one that has cotton balls in it. I have one that has the cotton rounds in it. This one has Q-tips. And then these have the little dental picks. Nothing super spectacular about that. But what I did do is I went online to Etsy, Googled a couple things, and Amazon to find out how much they charge for this 4-piece set that has little sayings on the other side. And they charge like $23 a set. So
Okay, set.
pick up one for $1.25 from our Dollar Tree. Pick up 5 for $5. I mean, 4 for $5. So it's a $5 investment. I maybe used 50 cents worth of scrap vinyl, if that. And then I can resell them for $23. So look how cute. Crack cleaners. That's so funny to me. Okay, look at this one. Rub one out. Shatrice, don't watch. This is how I lost my card last week. So don't watch. Because I don't want you to just pray for me. Just pray for me. Kingdom's vessel. Pray for me. Okay. And then this one has the cotton balls, and then this one says and then we
But
have
they're
the
cute.
Q-tips. Just the tip.
They're so cute.
I love them. The only thing is that I know my husband is not going to let me put these in the bathroom. He's not going to get cotton balls when it says balls deep. It's not going to happen.
Just put them in the bathroom and see how long it takes for him to realize.
He'd realize right away because of the Q-tips. So I don't know what it is. Him, my sister,
Because it feels good.
and my youngest daughter are like obsessed with the Q-tips.
Because it feels good. Once you hit that one little spot.
I can imagine.
See, talk about Q-tips. I have some right here.
Well, that's how I am with the that's how I am with the dental pick things.
Oh, the dental floss.
Oh my God. I have to have them. I have them in my car. I have some in my purse. I cannot. It's absolutely okay. This vinyl does not want to stick at all on the back of this mirror, guys.
So is it a type of mirror like you would have to sand it first for the vinyl to stick?
I would probably need to either sand it or put like a layer of Mod Podge down or something that it can adhere to. It's coming right off. It's not wanting to stick to the mirror at all. I'm not too much worried about that because I know I could figure out a way to make it stick. The main part was the etching part, and I think that turned out beautifully. And I love my canisters.
So you did 2 projects today.
Yes, I did. I did. I love my mirror. I love the way the mirror came out. I'm gonna 86 this vinyl, and I think I'm just gonna go with my first thing, which was to bling the back of the mirror. If not, then I can find a way to get the vinyl to stick. I'll just have to apply something first or sand it down a little bit first so that the vinyl will stick. But I'm most happy about my containers. Because anybody that knows me, if you follow me on Facebook, you know I'm a fool. I don't have no damn sense. So when I saw this idea, I was like, yes, I have to make that. So I went to Dollar Tree earlier to get these 2 hand mirrors, and I saw the containers, and I was like, oh yeah, definitely. Definitely. See, sister, Jason would let you have something like this in the bathroom. You know your brother is not going for none of this. He's not using no Q-tip that say just a tip. That's if he even reads it though, but he probably would.
I would just put it in the bathroom for the fun of it and see what he says.
Oh, I definitely am. Because, I got to have my crack cleaners. These are a must. The crack cleaners are a must. I love them. And the only other concern that I have is both of my daughters love to use my bathroom. They each have their own bathroom, but for some reason, they only want to use mine. So they shower in my bathroom, they comb their hair in my bath, they do everything in my bathroom. The 20-year-old, I'm not worried, she grown. Whether you partake or not, you still grown. The 13-year-old, I just don't want to hear her mouth. She's
So she's gonna
a
what?
little conservative little 13-year-old. There's nothing like I know she's like, how did I end up with a mother like her? Because she's so crazy. So I'm gonna tell this little story and then we can hop off because I know you gotta go. But today they had their what do they call it? Like tag along for high school. So she's in 8th grade. She's getting ready to go into high school to 9th grade. So they had to shadow a student from the high school all day today. And when I went to pick her up from school this afternoon, the first thing that she said was, oh, I was praying so bad that you weren't outside when we walked by the house, because I live on the street that the school is on. So they have to walk by my house. She's like, I was praying that you weren't outside, like in your pajamas or something. Both times when we were going and when we were coming back. She's the one that would be like, Mom, you don't have on a bra? You're not getting out the car, are you? Like, she's like, start panicking. Then my sister said, she definitely gonna have something to say for sure. Oh yeah, you know she is. You know it. You know it.
Either way, like when she starts going to high school, doesn't she have to, like, people have to pass by your house?
Yeah, they pass by my house all day. The street that I live on, the school that she attends is on one end of the street, and then the same exact street on the other opposite end of the street is the high school. So I have students passing my house all day long.
So I would be sitting on the hood of that car with my coffee, my music
She lucky
blaring.
if I don't do a whole little 5 heartbeats breakdown when they walk by, and I did.
Not only that, you can even just have her baby picture up in the window.
Yeah, and sometimes I'm looking down like this. I'll knock on the window, whatever, and everybody knows where she lives. She said even today when they were walking by, one of her friends was like, "Everybody, that's Kaylin's house right there." Because typically I would have been outside in my PJs, commando, embarrassing you. Now my oldest one, she gave up the ghost a long time ago. She don't even put up a fight no more when it comes to me and my sister, because she know we're gonna act a fool, we're gonna have fun. It is what it is.
My son gave up from the time he was 2.
Yeah, she's like, mom is mom. Mom is not changing. She's gonna be that. She's gonna do whatever. I just like to laugh. So my sister said she lucky that she didn't know because she would have came down with some rollers in her hair. Just sit outside.
No. All you have to do is print her baby picture of her in the bathtub, put it on that like little magnetic strip, and put it on the side of the car.
Yeah, buddy. She's something else. She'd be so worried. She said her daughter knows how we are too. She just shake her head. Yeah, Jaden will just shake her head and give us a ticket. She like to give tickets. So like when we curse or say something bad,
Okay.
ticket. She got that from my daughter though, because that used to be her growing up. She I told her I'm surprised that she's not a full-on Republican, conservative, Trump supporter. She is judgy. She's a riot though. She's a riot. So sometimes it does get on my nerves because like, hey, can I just be me?
Like, did they switch
I
with
just
the
want to be
hospital?
me. Without
Yeah, no,
judgment from my of all people.
my son gave up many moons ago. And then sometimes I look at him and he's worse than me. I'm like, how did the student surpass the master?
Exactly. But it's okay when they do it. It's a problem when we do it.
I warned
That's
my
how
son.
it is.
I told my son,
Cross
you better
out.
find
Yeah,
somebody
that's what
who's
she says.
crazy.
Cross out.
I told my son he better find somebody that's crazy like his mom because he can't be with no normal girl. No normal woman will take my child because he comes from such a warped family.
Yeah, I silently judge my husband on that because I look at him and be like, "You really married me? What is wrong with you?"
You know what I mean?
Now he's the one that just when I started, he won't
Like,
say anything and just shake his head.
it's like you honestly, like you soberly married me, sort of thing. Like I look at Gabriel's dad, I'm like, you really got with me, and you made another me. Something wrong with you.
Right. You procreated with me. You brought you brought beings into the world, knowing that they could possibly get this crazy.
Yeah,
You knew
did
there
not
was a
skip no
possibility
generation
they could
here.
inherit this crazy, and you did it anyway, twice. What's wrong with you?
Well, too late now.
It just say like it is what it is. Cheaper to keep her. Tricked you,
All
look, tricked you. Fooled you. I keep looking at my containers. I'm so happy with them. I'm happy with my mirror too. I love it.
I'm loving
So
mine. Like I'm thinking I have to go now and get the mirror markers because I want to outline them in gold. I think it's silver or gold, and I'm gonna put some bling on it where like the little smudgy parts are. But I got 3 other pieces of mirror. I'm going back to Dollarama tomorrow. I'm getting 4 more.
okay, do you know Rub and Buff? Do you know what Rub and Buff is?
Yes, I was watching Jennifer Maker showing how to do color on it,
Yes. So you can use Rub and Buff to
but
color
I don't want to color the text. I just want to outline it.
the Rub and Buff. Let me see. I had a
Or if
box
I
of
get
it.
some really, really small rhinestones, I might outline them in the rhinestones. No, I'm not going to do that.
I had a box of the Rub and Buff somewhere. I'll have to look for it, but it works good on items that are novelty that you're not going to be washing and using because it's not a permanent thing. So I could have, after I washed the etching cream off and before I removed the stencil, went over it with the Rub and Buff and just kind of with a Q-tip, like work it into that etching part and then um, remove the stencil and then it would be whatever color you make it.
Yeah.
So let me see. I'm going
Yeah, so tomorrow.
trying to remember if I got it on Amazon or somewhere else.
Yeah, I'll probably make a
But they
couple of
have all
more
kinds of
mirrors and
colors.
stuff. Just need to find that stencil
So
one.
I bought like a little set of it.
Wait, the vinyl that you just put onto your mirror, that was permanent vinyl?
Mm-hmm.
So how'd you get it off if it's permanent?
Because it's not cured.
Say what? Vinyl has to cure?
Yeah. Permanent vinyl, you want to let it cure at least 48 hours before you wash it or send it out to a customer or anything like that. It just gives a chance for the vinyl to really adhere to whatever surface you have it on. If you start handling it too fast before you let it sit, then that's when they start coming off.
So I could have just used my vinyl
Hmm. Yeah.
tomorrow. No, not
So
tomorrow. Sunday.
I have some permanent vinyl glass that I made that has a drink. It says it has a Tinkerbell on it, but it says Drinker Bell. But the font is really, really, really small. And so I just knew that if I had put it through the dishwasher, that all that vinyl would come off. But someone accidentally put it in there because they didn't know. I've had that cup for like 5 or 6 years, and none of that vinyl has moved, and it has been through the dishwasher several times
Because you let it cure.
because I let it cure.
Okay. So I can do it. I can put it on the mirror on Sunday, and just as long as I take it off right away, I'm not gonna let it sit for 48 hours.
No, I would put it on right before you put your cream on, and then after you wash it off, just take it off. Now, I did have to kind of use my little pick tool to kind of pick it up, but yeah, it wasn't difficult to get off.
Okay.
The only thing with the permanent vinyl is you might want to go over it. I mean, I always go over it again with the alcohol anyway, because it will leave more of a residue than the removable vinyl. It just has
Yes,
a little bit more.
that's what I was thinking about the stickiness. But I do have the stencil vinyl. I'm not doing any crafting tomorrow because I have the event, so it's gonna give me something to do on Sunday. But I'm liking it. I don't see this cream lasting all that long in this house.
Well, I say I'm probably maybe halfway. Let me see.
Because
Well,
whatever I
actually,
put
no, I'm lying. I probably have about a quarter of this left, but I've
because
had this cream forever.
I etched that little thing this tonight. I put the scrap back in, the leftovers, and it's as if I didn't use anything.
Right, you'll have it for a long time. It's the same thing with like the texture paste. When I use texture paste on like my cards,
Oh,
I
like the
always
gesso. Okay.
yeah, I just scrape as much of it off as I can and put it right back in the jar. So I've had my texture paste for a super duper long time too, because any excess, I'm taking it off and I'm putting it right back in the jar. I wish there was more things that we could do that with. Like epoxy, but then it's like once you mix it up, it's gone. But yeah,
Yeah.
the etching cream, it will last for a long time. So guys, check out the links because I did put the 2.8 ounce and then also the 10 ounce in the comments. And again, if you use my affiliate link, it helps the channel, but it's not going to cost you anything extra. So if I remember correctly, the 10 ounce was about $23 and the 2.8 ounce was a little less than $12. So check it out. And that was our demonstration for this evening on etching. And we popped Tara's etching cherry today. Yay!
And at first, remember I told you before we went live, I said I don't think I'm gonna like doing this. I like it.
Yeah, it gets really addictive. It gets super addictive. So next
And
time
thank
we
you,
come
ladies.
on, I'll bring my first cup that I did, so I could show you my little hurt barbecue pit with the barbecue bin on it.
So we have to figure out what we're doing next week. So
Hmm.
we have to talk this weekend about
So
that.
why don't you guys drop a comment below? Drop a comment below, and
suggestions. Maybe I have to find mine.
You have some suggestions. Yeah.
Maybe shaker tumblers or shaker cups or whatever they're called. Because I have 5 I have to finish.
I've never done one before. Like the snow globe cups, you mean?
Yeah, give me a second. Let me just go grab.
Okay, so what were we looking for? We were looking for armor etch. Ugh. I'm just going to post the link again down in the comments so you can copy paste, but that's for the 2.8 ounce, the one that I just showed up there. And then if I can spell.
Bye. So I have these ones that I did many moons ago.
Ounce.
So I have to add some more liquid. And I have to finish the bottom. So I'm going to, like, what I was using was that wood burning tool that we used last time. I used that to make my little holes, but now you can buy tumblers with the holes. So, but I had bought a dozen of these. So I have to add some more liquid because it's settled, and all of them did that. As all the bubbles came, as all the air came out. Because apparently when I first did it, it was up to there. And then they settled. So when you shake them, this is my gold one. This was
what did you use to plug your hole?
I just put resin in there.
The UV resin?
Yeah, it's just UV resin. So that's the pink one. That's my gold one. So I have 5 of them that I have to finish. So this is my green one. And then I have a darker pink one.
Cute.
So they have like
I wanted to try, but I've been too scared. And then I was like, another thing to buy.
So I got my cups on Amazon. I got them a pack of 12. It's distilled water. I know you have mica powder. I know you have glitter. So the only thing that you would have to really buy, oh, and glycerin, vegetable glycerin. I got my glycerin from Amazon. I have
a bottle. Use baby oil?
No, I only use the glycerin and the distilled water. Because I have I have a bunch of distilled water from when I used to make soap. Because what happens when you tend to use like regular tap water or even the baby oil, there's a chance that you might get some molding in there. So distilled water will not mold. And then vegetable glycerin, mica powders, and then some dollar store like little stars and hearts. I don't know if you can see them.
Yeah, I can see them.
So, and then this one is just, oh, this one also has stars and some glitter. So I just want to top them off. And then what I want to do is put some vinyl around the edge because I know it's not going to fill up to the top because there's always going to be some kind of air due to the glitter. So I want to fill it up again with some more distilled water and glycerin up to there and then put a bit of vinyl around. And then I want to get some stones because I want to bling the tops the same color as the actual liquid. So I had to find a Canadian distributor in regards to my stones, which I finally did. So, but yeah, so I have several of them to finish. I did these last year when I had my Sunday show, Let's Talk Crafts. Alex from Solely Quarantine Crafts came and showed me how to do it. I did one with her on the live, and then like by the end of the evening, I had 4 more done. I couldn't stop.
Those would be really cute. So I was invited to vend at Pride, San Francisco Pride, which is huge. San Francisco Pride Parade is, people come from all over the world to attend that particular Pride. So I think that would be cute for.
Yeah, and if you put decals with the rainbow or whatever else you want to put on there. So you can make some red ones, make some with the different like solid colors.
These would be a hit too.
but do the font in rainbow colors.
Yeah. Yeah, I think these would be a hit too. Sister said we're talented. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I try just a
So
little
yes,
bit.
so let me know. So because I have to go to my storage and get my other ones.
I will
But I
let you
need,
know. So it'll be a toss up between that and maybe something else. It just depends on if I can get my hands on the cups and stuff in time.
yeah.
So
Oh,
um
actually, weren't we supposed to do an explosion box next week?
oh yeah. Okay. So
Yeah,
what
because
would you
we've
guys
done,
vote? Would you guys rather see the cup or the explosion box?
because it's been 3 weeks since we've done a paper craft. We did wood burning. We did the
Do you
shoes.
have it with draws?
Dude, you have no idea.
Okay,
Yes.
so I came up here and started working on something the other day, and I got so frustrated that it wasn't turning out that I threw it in the garbage. I messed up on it, but I'm gonna
I have
show
that
you
paper too.
the beginnings of it, and yeah, I messed up so bad, so I crushed it up and threw it in the garbage. But that was my
Yeah.
little thing I was working on.
Yeah, I have that one too. It is extremely frustrating.
It is very frustrating, and then the parts move and stuff like that. And then it has the little spool of thread that you would like run down here. So I made one a few years back, and even that one was super frustrating. But I figured I'm better now, so it should be easier, but it wasn't. And as soon as I was done gluing the last thing, I was like, damn
That was me trying to make I saw you did a water jug for plants. I tried that. For me, certain stuff I can't do.
that one was actually simple, so I can send you the template for that. But this one, that was a pain in the butt. That was my second failed attempt, years apart. I don't know if my ego is prepared for me to try it again anytime soon. So I'm just going to move on to something else, and we'll just say that didn't work.
So Tree says do the
So,
explosion box.
okay. Well, I'm down with that, and then it'll give me time to get the other stuff because I got paper on paper on paper on paper. So I
But I'm
don't
not
have.
gonna lie. Yeah, I've been jonesing.
Okay. Well, then we'll do the explosion box. We'll do the
All right.
explosion box for next week, and then the week after, see where we are, and maybe do the tumbler then,
Okay.
the snow globe tumbler then. And I think it would be awesome to do explosion box. JD said the explosion box too. Okay, niece. Um, Graduation and Mother's Day is coming up, so those are two themes that will be popular for explosion box.
Yep.
And if you do not have a cutting machine, or you're not someone who has a lot of paper crafting stuff, I do know that Michael sells explosion box blanks now that you could just add stuff to. Like
Yeah.
the base of it is already put together. But we'll be doing ours from scratch, I'm sure. So it sounds like a plan. So next week we'll do an explosion box.
Do
In
you have a
Canada
template?
for Mother's Day.
Do you have a template already? Because there are I have templates that people can either use the Cricut with, or they can just print on the printer and cut by hand. I just have
Are
to
those in
find
your
them.
Etsy shop?
No, not yet. I have to find them.
Okay.
But I can have them in the shop at least by Tuesday.
Okay.
Because I try to make my files friendly where it could be done with the die cut machine or just print and you can cut by hand. But the explosion box isn't all that hard. It's basically how many do you do? Like for a beginner, I only do 3 boxes. When I do it for my clients or for myself, I have like 5 or 6 boxes inside.
To be
But
honest with you, I don't get a lot of requests for explosion boxes. So I've
really?
made only like 2 of them for a customer. I've made some for myself just because I like working with paper, but for as far as like people requesting them, I've only gotten 2 requests in the whole time that I've been doing business.
Really, they seem to be very popular for anniversaries, for graduation, for birthdays, like quinceañeras, sweet
I
16s,
get
like stuff
more
like that.
requests for box cards, which is a little bit different.
Yeah. All right. So
You know,
I'll
where
find.
they're lying flat and then you open it up and it turns into a little box and the stuff
Yeah,
come, you know, I get a lot of requests for those.
we
But the
can do that
explosion,
too, and we can do that in a few weeks.
okay. I'm down. You know, I love me a good paper craft.
Yeah, we want to have it well balanced out. So we've gone 3 weeks without paper.
I know we've been trying to add some little extra stuff for y'all because you know we be in here card making it up. So Tree says she's gonna be in Canada for Mother's Day. Is that really you're gonna be in Canada?
Canada's big. Where in Canada?
Yeah, because Canada covers. Convinced me to
10
go to
provinces and
paper.
a couple of territories. So Canada's big. You're probably going to be in
Wait.
Ontario.
Let me try. Let me try. She's in Quebec. Did I say it
Yeah,
right?
you said it
Oh,
right.
okay.
Because a lot of people
Mm.
say Quebec. It's Quebec. You
Yeah,
said it
that's what
very
I
well.
say. That's what I say. Mm-hmm.
No, it's Quebec, but you said it right.
I said
Yeah.
it right this time. Yeah.
Oh no, she gonna be wet. I'm at the East Coast, the far East Coast of the continent, and she's going to the far West Coast. So
So
you're
it's
gonna be
like Cali, New York,
she's
pretty
gonna
much.
be 3 hours behind me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say go crash her place, like bust down the door.
That's a 5 hour drive. Not 5, a 5 day drive.
5 days. I was gonna say 5 hours. Wow.
Well, yeah, well, Ontario to get to Toronto, the city of Toronto is about 5 hours. No, Vancouver's 5 day drive. That's because we stopped a lot, but it's about a 5 day drive. 3 days by train.
I can believe it. When my husband moved out here, he came out on a Greyhound, and he said it was a 7 day trip coming from Philly. So,
A week? Nope.
but I'm assuming they were on the bus. They were stopping a lot, and you know all of that too. So I don't know.
Not 7 days. 7 days on the bus with the same people?
So I don't know.
Mm.
I have no idea.
All right, so it's
Well,
11:32 for me, so I gotta get going because
yep,
tomorrow is going to be a long day.
sister, I'm gonna call you after we get off of this live, if you don't mind.
I don't
For the
mind.
rest of the people that are on the live, thank you.
Thank you.
I got stuck for a second. Like, what do I say? Thank you. Thank you. We
Right.
appreciate having you here. For people who return, that's coming back on a weekly basis, thank you. Before we get off of the live, if you haven't done so already, either hit the like or the dislike button. Just any kind of interaction. We appreciate it. Follow the channels. Go back through the comments. Follow everybody's channel. And we'll see you next week when we are doing our explosion box. If you'd like to recommend a craft, come on with us, or suggest a different day or time, then reach out to me. You can reach me at email is acraftymessyoutube@gmail.com. I don't know if I've ever said that before, but yeah, a crafty mess
No.
YouTube. And it's you, the letter U, not the word you. So a crafty mess, the letter U, tube@gmail.com. All righty. I think that covers just about everything. Good luck with your event tomorrow.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I have one tomorrow, then the Saturday after, then the Saturday after, then the Saturday after. Almost every
Look, get
Saturday
that
until
coin, girl. She out there making that money. Hey, let me hold something.
every Saturday until June 24th, I'll be hosting a fair.
Let me hold something though.
I got you. I got
Over there
you.
making that money. All right.
All right.
So again, thank you guys for joining us. Congratulations. Yes, congratulations, Tara.
Thank
And
you.
we'll see everybody next Friday, 7 p.m., same bat time, same bat channel. Until then, bye.
Bye.